easy for them. Allahumma ameen. So I remember, subhanAllah, vividly, like when we used to tell this story years ago, you say, can you imagine the amputations without anesthesia? Because it's so unimaginable that that could happen. But now we see it happen all the time, subhanAllah, with everything that's happening. May Allah Azza wa Jal give them the reward of these people and the rank of these people as well. Allahumma ameen. So what did they used to do back then when someone had to get an amputation without anesthesia? What would they do? Anybody know? What is it? They would have them make salah? No. We're getting to that. But what was y'all are thinking about this too religiously now. The logical thing back then was they didn't have anesthesia, so they say drink wine, right? You drink wine until you basically, get too drunk to realize what's happening to you, right? So they told them, go ahead and drink some alcohol because that's the equivalent of anesthesia back then, right? So you're going to lose your senses. And yeah, we know you're a scholar, and but everyone's going to understand, right? You've got this thing is spreading into your leg. It's going to spread into your body. If we don't amputate your leg, you're going to die. So he said, no. So I'm not going to do that. He said, there's no cure that comes through disease, referring to al-khamr. So then we're going to have to cut it off. I mean, time is of essence. We're going to have to cut it off. And that's when he said, listen, wait till I pray. Just let me do salah. And then while I'm doing salah, I want you to cut from my leg. So that was his idea to deal with the situation. So he goes into prayer, and subhanAllah, they take the saw. I mean, that's the word that's used, right? To chop off his leg. And he says, wait till I'm in sujood in particular, right? Because that's when I'm deepest into my focus. And you can take my leg. Pause here, and subhanAllah, this family of salah. As Zubayr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, his father, was martyred while he was praying. As Zubayr was martyred while he was praying. He was killed while he was praying. Abdullah was martyred while he was praying in front of the Kaaba. What type of salah do these people pray? Right? Hamamat al-masjid. That was Abdullah ibn Zubayr, was the pigeon. What type of salah do these people pray? Right? But subhanAllah, this is the family. It's something in the dua, something in the training of Az-Zubayr and Asma. So he goes into his salah, he goes into his sujood, and they come to him, and they cut off his leg. And he said, Wallahi, the only thing that came to him was, and it says in Arabic, like the only grimacing that came from him, he didn't even scream as we sawed off his leg while he was in salah. Right? And he kept on praying. And he didn't even leave his salah. Radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. So his leg was amputated during his salah. Without anesthesia, without alcohol. So they wrapped up his leg, bandaged him up, and then subhanAllah, in the same journey, it's like when Allah decides to test a person, subhanAllah, in the same journey, while he's going through that ordeal, his son was playing around the horse. And the horse kicked his son in the face and killed him. So while he's still getting bandaged up after losing his leg and hobbling with one leg, they're also going to tell him that his son has died. So this is a really devastating moment, right, to happen to such a great human being. So, subhanAllah, they go to him and they tell him what happened. And Al-Walid actually calls him to put on an official way to break the news to him, right? So he tells them, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replenish you or compensate you for the loss of your leg. He said, Alhamdulillah, I have 3 limbs and Allah took 1. All right? I had 4 limbs and Allah took 1, leaving me 3. Alhamdulillah. He said, and I want to ask Allah to compensate you for the loss of your son. Right away, he says, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. He said, Alhamdulillah, Allah Azza wa Jal gave me 4 kids and He took 1. He's still merciful, He left me 3. So He left me 3 limbs out of 4, and He left me 3 kids out of 4. And he actually verbalized it in a dua. And this dua is authentically narrated from him. He said, Allahumma كان لي أربعة أطراف فأخذت طرفا وأبقيت أطرافا ثلاثة وكان لي بنون فأخذت بنيا وأبقيت بنين ولئن كنت قد أخذت فلقد أعطيت ولئن كنت ابتليت فقد عافيت. He said, Oh Allah, I had 4 limbs. You took one of them and you left me 3. And oh Allah, I had 4 sons. You took one of them and you left me 3. And he said, Allahumma, oh Allah, if you have taken, then you have indeed given. And if you have tested, then you have indeed blessed. I have no complaints with you, Ya Allah. Can you imagine, subhanAllah, that mindset? And here you have the saying that we had with Ruh al-Ruh, Khalid Nabhan, rahimahullah ta'ala, the shibh, what resembled the saying, Ibrahim ibn Talha. Who's Ibrahim ibn Talha? Remember, Talha named all of his children after Anbiya, after prophets. As Zubair named all of his children after Shuhada. Ibrahim ibn Talha, ibn Ubaidillah, came to him and he said to him, Abshir, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ قَدْ جَعَلَ ابْنَكَ فِي الْجَنَّةِ. Said, glad tidings to you, your son has preceded you to Al-Jannah, and it may be that your leg has also preceded you to Al-Jannah. You all remember the famous clip from Khalid Nabhan, rahimahullah, the soul of our soul, when he was comforting and consoling one of the girls of Gaza who lost her leg and said, Ammu, your leg preceded you to Jannah. This is the type of conversation, and this is the league of people that would have these types of conversations, subhanAllah. So he is